it's a combined performance and mileage which we don't get in every other motorcycle on the market. Hello REVSOUL here, welcome you all guys to a new video. Today I'm so much excited because finally after years of waiting we got the gem from Yamaha, the Yamaha XSR 155. Since we have waited a lot of years for this motorcycle, I'm not gonna make you guys wait anymore. So let's dive into the video of the all new latest Yamaha XSR 155. Like as always, let's just start with the paint scheme itself. This motorcycle has got a glossy red and a black color paint combination, and apart from this paint scheme, this motorcycle also come with 3 other paint variants, one in a silver, one in a grayish green and a blue color. I personally love the red and the blue color. And which color did you guys love? Please comment in the comment section. And looking in the front section, we can find that round looking LED headlights for this motorcycle. We can also find that beautiful looking DRLs too. We can also find that XSR labeling within inside these headlights. And talking about the light throw, it is not as good as the MT-15 or the R15 V4 with those projected LED headlamps. The light throw is pretty average, a pretty decent light throw. And we also get that beautiful looking LED indicators too for this motorcycle. And in the rear section, we can find that minimalistic looking LED tail lights too. And if you guys want a much more minimalistic look in the rear section, you guys can opt the tail tidy which Yamaha itself provide in the accessories part. And now getting on the bike, the first thing to be noting will be the seat height. The bike has got a seat height of like 8-10mm. I'm a 5'8" guy, as you guys can see. I have planted foot on both sides, and the weight of this machine is also very low, lesser than the MT-15. The bike weighs only like 137 kilograms. So this is a perfect beginner friendly motorcycle. And looking at the handlebar switches, we get the power, sprite, dim, everything integrated in a single switch. And just like the MT-15, we get the horn and integrated inverter. In the right side, we get the kill switch and ignition integrated into a single switch. Also in the below, we can find the hazard switch. And before going into the meter console, let's check the keys to the Yamaha XSR 155. These are pretty basic keys from Yamaha that we did find in the Fascino itself. Yamaha could have given XSR engraving in this key to make this key stand out. And looking on the meter console, we can find that this has got a round shaped negative LCD meter console with every details needed for the rider. The tachometer, gear position indicator, bigger speedometer, odometer. Pressing the switch in the side of the meter console, we can access the trip function, the trip 1, trip 2, trip F, the time and liter per 100 kilometer. And also get the traction control function. This motorcycle also comes with the traction control like the MT-15 and the R15. We can turn it off by holding the key in the right side. And below we also have the fuel indication meter, and this meter console is also Bluetooth compatible, so we get additional features while connecting it to our phones. And the one thing is missing on this motorcycle, that will be the charging port, the Type A or Type C charging port. Not seen in a 2025 motorcycle, but that's not a bigger issue because we get a completely proven, capable and amazing engine for this Yamaha XSR 155. Talking about the engine, this comes to the same 155cc single cylinder liquid cooled PVA Tech engine for this XSR, and this is a completely proven engine, so I don't need to go deep into this engine, right? Talking about the power figures, this engine can produce like 18 bhp and 14 Newton meters of torque, and this is a completely addictive engine, guys. And we also get a 6-speed gearbox and clutch as light as butter, so it's not a bigger issue holding into the traffic also. And now let's talk about the brakes, because we can find the similar braking that we did find the MT-15 and the R15, 280mm disc rotors with a 2 piston bi-brake calipers, and in the rear side we can find the 220mm disc rotors and bi-brake calipers which are single piston calipers. Talking about the braking, this motorcycle has got a progressive kind of braking. That means a complete beginner and an intermediate rider can completely enjoy this kind of a braking on this motorcycle. I absolutely love the braking, no negative in the side of braking. And we can find that it comes with a 37mm USD forks in the front side with a bit stiffer setting, so that we can enjoy it on the corners, providing a much more confidence from the suspension. But the one drawback will be when going through uneven roads, this suspension doesn't has a great damping, so we can know that irregularities while on the right. And the rear side we get a monoshock suspension. That would be the one greatest drawback for this motorcycle, because the pillion comfort is so worse because of the rear suspension setting. This suspension setting is completely similar to the Honda NX200, which I didn't like at all. Owners of the Honda NX200 said that they could adjust the preload from level 2 to level 1 and bring a much more comfortable ride to the pillion, and I think that is also applicable to the Yamaha XSR 155. I thought that this linkage suspension would be much more beneficial for the pillion, but that's not case with the XSR 155. And looking at the tires, we get the MRF REVSOUL tires with the 100 section tires in the front side and a 140 section tires in the rear side, and the tire grip is pretty average. If you guys want to properly enjoy this bike, switch the tires from MRF to Apollo Alpha H1, which is a much more grippier tires, which can be used to enjoy corners and straight speeds much more. And talking about the ground clearance, we get the same ground clearance as that of the MT15, a 170mm ground clearance too. And before going for a short ride, let's also hear the exhaust note. Okay, fuel pump is ready. That's it. Now let's go for a short ride on the Yamaha XSR 155. And finally we have reached the highway, so let's see how the all new Yamaha XSR performs. I think we have a short open road, so let's do a small pull on 4th gear. Oh my god, the performance also unmatched for this motorcycle. And just look at the stability, guys. Insane stability. Since we have got the Delta box and aluminum singham, the handling is also on the next level. Surprisingly, we can enjoy the corners just like as the MT15 also in this motorcycle. And if you guys are opting the Apollo Alpha H1 too, the confidence on the corners will be also insane. And talking about the vibration, yes, we do feel vibration just after like the VVA tech kick-ins, just like after 7,500 RPM. The vibration start just on the foot pegs and on the handlebars, but that's not a bigger issue for this motorcycle, because on such RPMs we will be completely enjoying the power delivery of this motorcycle than concentrating on the vibrations. And the fuel efficiency is also insane for this motorcycle. If you are riding peacefully like on the 5,000 6,000 RPM in such highways, you can get up to a mileage of like 55 to 60 kilometers, which is insane for this motorcycle. And also enjoy this motorcycle just after VVA kicks in. So it's a combined performance and mileage, which we don't get in every other motorcycle on the market. And these mirrors don't suit this kind of a motorcycle. Yamaha could have given the bar and mirrors, which they do provide as an extra accessory. They could have given this as a factory factory setup bar and mirrors for this motorcycle, which could have given this motorcycle a much more better looks than from these mirrors. Looking on the ergonomic side, yeah, still we have got that attacking position, even though these handlebars are a bit more taller than the MT15, and the foot pegs are also a bit rear set, and the seating position is also more into an attacking position. And talking about the comfort, this motorcycle is never comfortable for a pillion because of the rear suspension settings, and it's completely a rider friendly motorcycle, not a pillion friendly motorcycle. Solo riding on this motorcycle will be completely enjoyable, because even these kind of irregularities will be disturbing the pillion comfort because of that suspension setup on the rear side, which I never liked while traveling as a pillion on this motorcycle. And talking about the handling, yeah, we do get a brilliant handling on this motorcycle with those delta box frame and the aluminum singham, and the weight is also very much lighter, just 137 kilograms. The bike pulls crazily because the top speed is not that great on this motorcycle, but the 0 to 100 is much more quicker than the MT-15 and the Yamaha R15. But on the top speeds, those bikes will completely catch up this motorcycle easily. And talking about the pricing, yeah, we do get a better deal for this motorcycle from Yamaha. Right now it costs about like 1,90,000 rupees on road for this motorcycle, and for such a pricing, this is an absolutely killer deal from Yamaha. We also get another accessory, extra accessories like the scrambler kit, the cafe racer kit from Yamaha, which cost about like 12 to 13,000 rupees. And if you guys are into modifications, that would be definitely a good deal for you. And that's it. I think I've shown you much of the details of this motorcycle, and if still there are any doubts pending, feel free to comment. I'll be there to completely clear your doubts. So let's catch up in the next video. Until then, bye bye. The ride lane is completely open for me.